mid-season patch for Overwatch 2 dropped today, including that long-awaited nerf for Roadhog. But is this nerf going to be enough? And what else is in that patch? Let's find out. Hey guys, I'm Damesy from the Omnic Post. The mid-season patch is here. Well, it's not much of a mid-season patch since Season 3 is 2 weeks away. But it definitely is a patch that a lot of people have been waiting for. The reason why it took so long to get this patch out was a bug. It seems that was a bug that didn't allow Blizzard to hotfix certain heroes, including Roadhog, who is the main subject of this balancing patch. So they had to push out a whole new build, which takes longer since it needs to be checked and verified by all the platforms before they can push it out. But now it is out. And as I stated earlier, Roadhog was one of the main subjects. See, our vaping friend has been overperforming a little bit. He got in the way of some very important people, so they're tuning him back. But he wasn't the only one. Sojourn has been nerfed in almost every single update since release. But it seems she is still an issue, especially on the higher ranks. So she's getting hit with the nerf bat yet again. And on top of that, there are nerfs for Orisa and Kiriko. Let's just have a look at those patch notes. And we'll start out with Orisa. The health bonus on her Fortify was reduced from 128 to 75. Blizzard has stated in the past that Orisa currently is very powerful. And my guess is that they're going to start gradually pick out her abilities to tune her down a little bit. And this might be the first step. Now this change will certainly deter Orisa players from getting in your face a little too much. But on the other hand, she still has a few cards up her sleeve. So we'll see. Next up is Roadhog. The impact damage on his hook was reduced from 30 to 5. And the enemy final position distance, so basically where his targets end up, was increased. Now this will help in two ways. For one, he will not start out with a huge punch of damage, and two, it will give his victims a little more room to get away. I am wondering, however, how this change will impact the cheeky Ilios wall hooks. We'll find out. Anyways, there's more. His crab gun damage per pallet was reduced from 6.6 to 6. The recovery time was reduced from 0.85 to 0.8. The reload time was reduced from 2 to 1.75 seconds, and his ammo was increased from 5 to 6. So while they're further lowering his damage, they are making him faster and giving him a bigger clip again. Because we have seen this faster Roadhog before, or something that was really close to it, and it wasn't good. I mean, it might be different now, but I do feel like this nerf will bump him down a few tiers. Maybe bottom tiers. We'll see. Next up, Sojourn. Now, this is an interesting change. Her railgun will no longer gain energy based on damage done by her primary fire, but by the number of hits. With every single hit, she'll get 5 energy, unless she hits a barrier, and then she'll only get 1 energy. On top of that, the primary fire damage per projectile was reduced from 10 to 9. This is Blizzard's way of dealing with Sojourn benefiting really well from damage boosts like Mercy's Blue Beam. She would be doing more damage, so she would get energy faster. Makes sense. But that changes now, and it will even out things a little more. But the question is this going to work out? I don't know, but it does give Blizzard a number that they can tune a little easier, in case this should not be enough. And the final victim of this nerfing patch is Kiriko. The recovery time on her healing ability was increased from 0.85 to 1 seconds. I mean, Kiriko is a strong healer. And while they made her ult less impactful since release, she still kind of is that heal bot that works really hard to get her ultimate as fast as possible. And Blizzard does not seem to like that. Blizzard actually wants her to use her kunai knives a little more. They want her to balance her damage versus her healing. So they are forcing players to focus more on doing damage by slowing down their healing. And as someone that plays Kiriko quite often in quick play, I'm not really on board with that philosophy. I mean, I actually like that she can pack a punch when necessary, but that she wasn't going to be competing with the DPS players, like others do, like Moira does. And don't get me wrong, they're not turning her into a Moira, they're actually pushing her a little closer to Baptiste. But we actually have Baptiste, and there are plenty of other heroes that live around that space. I just don't want to use that fluidity of her healing. It's really enjoyable. I'll use my freaking kunai knives when it's necessary, which usually is when I'm facing an angry cowboy, or there's this Mercy with attitude problems. That all being said, let me try it first before I reject it. I haven't had time to play it myself. I'll get back to this later. But that was it. That was the nerfing patch. The thing is, in just 2 weeks Season 3 is starting, and Alec Dawson, the lead hero designer for Overwatch, already teased some of the changes that we can expect. But I'll talk more about that in a future video. Now tell me, what do you think about these changes? Let me know in the comments. Join me during my streams on twitch.tv/DamesysTV, and make sure to subscribe for more updates on Overwatch.